open HTML. All right. So here's the head. The head is the top part of the browser. In the GUI, or the graphical user interface, we'll explain later, it shows only the top. This is the body. So from here to here is the body, and this is the footer. We'll explain these more in details in each section later on. The title is the main title you see in the browser. Let's try, for example, google.com. As you can see here, Google is the title of google.com. So that's the title. Okay, the head is everything you need to place here. You can place images, you can place text, you can place anything you like. And the body is anything you place in the midsection between the header and the footer. So that's all for now. I'll explain each tag alone and we'll give examples on it later on. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. See you in the course. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this course, and now I'm going to explain the code tag. The code tag does everything in between as computer code and just changes the text style and font. That's all the code tag does. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So now I'm going to explain the column group in just 1 minute. So the column group is columns inside a table. I'm going to explain that more in details. I'm going to explain the table in around 10 videos. So the column group explains the column style, so you can have a span of 2, giving it a size of 2, and a style with background color just red, so you can give the column, each column, a background color. That's what the column group does. So you can change the column for each one. Alright, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to explain the data tag right now. Let me make sure about something first. The UL and the LI are table elements, and I'll explain the table and the forms in one full section. So if you want to get more information about the tables, please skip to the tables section and come back to the data tag. Or you can just learn about the data and we'll see it in a large example after some time. Alright? So it's up to you. The data gives you the value or a reference for each value you have in the table. For example, if you have tomato, its value is 21,053. If you have beef, its value is 21,054. So that's the difference between the data. Alright? So it gives you a value for what you have in the table. That's the data tag. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'm going to explain the data list. The data list is a list of options that you can have. For example, we take here the options of browsers. So we have multiple browsers that you can use on a computer. We can use Internet Explorer, we can use Firefox, we can use Chrome, we can use Opera, we can use Safari, and we can also use, let's go with Microsoft Edge. So let's give option value Microsoft Edge. So that's the options that we have for the browser. We can add them in a data list, and we'll use the options that we want. We'll see that in more examples later on, and that's all for now. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below. And thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So now we have a description list that you can add here, which is a DL and the data type of milkshake. So I want to explain the DD right now. The DD is a description or something that can describe. All right. So for example, we need to know what type of milkshake we have. We give it a DT as a milkshake and a DD as a strawberry, or we can add another DD, for example, chocolate. Alright, so we can give the types of milkshake and just have one milkshake variable and 2 milkshake constants. So for example, strawberry milkshake or chocolate milkshake. Alright, that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. If you have any questions, please in the comment section below, and let's get going. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'm going to explain the del tag, which is the delete tag. So if you want to delete, for example, if you're doing a website and you need to do a sale, you have the original price at $15,000 and you need to get it to $10,000, and whoa, that's a lot of money, but it's okay. So we use the del. It shows a line that cuts the 15,000 in half. It doesn't cut the word, but it just goes in between the 15,000 horizontally. Alright, So that's the del tag. It's just delete tag, and that's all it does. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So if you want to give details at the end of the website, you need to use the details tag, and you give it inside a summary. So you can use a summary which says that you have a copyright of 2018, and these are the details of your website. So copyright, you can add, for example, also another summary which says all rights reserved. Summary, third summary. So let's go with third summary, which says this is my website.com, blah blah blah, and you can add whatever you want. So the details are the details of your website. So if I want to check who owns this website, how the contents are reserved, everything, they should be in the details. Alright, this is all for now, and I'll see you in the next section. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, please add in the comment section below. Thank you so much. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So now I'm going to explain the DFN, or the definition tag. So the DFN is the definition tag, as I've said, and it should be included inside a paragraph. So we start with the DFN and its definition for HTML. So let's say the DFN, we're defining the HTML. It changes the, let's say, text decoration for HTML to make sure that it's the definition, as if you were writing definitions in a book. It's the same as writing on a website. These aren't much of use these days because you can style them directly in CSS, but I'd like to go over all the tags available in HTML4 and HTML5. And I'll explain the difference later in HTML4 and HTML5. What's the difference? What do we have new? I'll also add the list of what are the tags that have been removed in HTML5 and substituted by another tags, and some tags have been removed completely. And we'll say that HTML is the language for creating web pages. Alright, so that's the definition of HTML, and that's all for now. If you guys have any questions, please leave in the comment section below. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So let's use the table right now and explain a little bit more about the table. We can use the dialog inside the table and use the month and year inside the table, so it opens them as a dialog. That's all it does. That's the dialog tag. It's not mainly much used because you can use the tr and the th, which we'll explain more later on, and the tables. And that's all the dialog does. So it opens a dialog box or window, and it makes it easy to use the pop-up dialogs for a web page. So for example, if you want to use a web browser, let's say we're gonna create a dialog for web browsers. All right, so let's do this. Go here and web browsers, and give it here. For example, let's say an internet Explorer, or let's go for Mozilla Firefox also. So that'll be Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome. So it opens them in a dialog. That's what the dialog does. Alright, so it's just like a table and inside a table, and it can pop up. That's all it does. Alright, thanks so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to explain the dir tag, or the directory tag, right now. And as you can see, I've added in the comment, it's strictly for HTML, so let's make sure to keep it just for HTML4. The directory opens the directory. It's just like a table where the small elements where you can use, for example, we're taking the subsidiaries of HTML. We can use HTML or XHTML or CSS. That's what a directory does. It opens them in a somehow sort of table, but not in a table. But not in a table. It's like more of a list, but with giving them as bullets. All right, so bullet points. That's what it does. That's the directory. It's not used anymore, so let's just move over it very quickly. Make sure to know that there's a directory tag in HTML4 because HTML5, some browsers are just supporting HTML5 these days. They're not supporting HTML4 anymore. So let's just make sure that we know it, and that's it. Alright, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to explain the div class about the countries. So we now need to explain the United States for America, for example. We're taking it as an example. It's a country and it's the largest country in the American continent, and we're taking Canada as a full example also, and it's the largest country in the American continent. So what do I mean by the div? I explained the div already in a large video back then, and I want to explain the countries class. So for example, I want to make things much more clearer. I want to keep the countries alone and have them a specific design. In CSS, I can use the div class and call the class in CSS where countries can have the same design. For example, I want them in blocks, I want them in circles, I want them in squares. I can use the class and modify the design as I want in CSS. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to explain the most important tag in HTML, which is the div tag, and it's a division. So I need to make sure to know that it's a division. It's a division of a web page, and it's going to be there for unlimited number of HTMLs, that's for sure. So for example, if we have HTML6 coming out soon, HTML7, HTML8, HTML Infinity, there's always going to be a div tag. So the div tag is a division, and I'm going to take my time explaining this one. It's going to be around 3 to 4 minutes. So just let me make sure you understand it very well, and I'm going to be trying to be very straight to the point, very concise on this one. So let's get started. I just don't want to lose time on this one. So I've already took the privilege and opened google.com page, and let's go to inspect. I need to have Google Chrome for only one reason. The inspect element here is awesome. So let's go with this one, this division. Okay, so this division is full from the almost like vanilla area above till the light blue area down. So it's a 980 by 233 pixel margin. All right, so that's one. Two, we gave it a height inside of HTML to be 233 pixels. So let's say that's the height, and we have a margin top of 89 pixels, which is around the vanilla area above, and we give it an ID, which is the LGA. The ID can be called in CSS. Why do we use an ID? So I want to make sure you understand the ID from here, and I'll include another video before introducing CSS later on to introduce the ID, but let's make sure to use the ID always, all right? So you want to use a paragraph, you want to use a div, you want whatever you want to use, make sure to use an ID for only one reason. So if you have an ID, you can call it wherever you want. If you have a JS file, you can call it in JavaScript. If you have a CSS file or cascading style sheets file, you can call the ID over there. So make sure to have an ID everywhere, and from there you can go wherever you want. All right, so you can call the div in anywhere and style it or animate it or use it for anything else. All right, so let's continue. I'll explain the image more later on, but I need to make sure to know that the image here is called from an an API. My bad. The API is hosted on google.com, but it's just showing here that it's downloaded on our PC on images, branding, Google logo 2 times. We'll explain more about how your images should be, because sometimes an image needs to be 1 times zoomed in, 2 times zoomed in, as much as it needs. All right, so a div has a lot of attributes that needs to be new and known, and these attributes are very important. You can use unlimited divs, and you can use anything inside a div. You can add an image, music, paragraphs, spans, and we'll come to all these later. So if you have any questions about the div tag, I'm really sorry it took me a lot of time to explain the div, a lot longer than the other videos, but it's a very important tag. It's always used. So if you have any questions, please in the comment section below, and thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to understand the div tag. If you don't, contact me unlimited times. I'll make sure you understand it. You can email me. My email is, let me write it down for here because div is very important. So it's elias@imalouf.com. Give me an email on this one, and I'll make sure to respond to you by 12 to 24 hours. And from there we can continue understanding more and more about web development. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're gonna explain the DL tag, which is the same as the data list that we explained before. I wanna say it's totally the same. It's just a description list with the terms and descriptions that you wanna have. So let's say that this is the terms and these are the descriptions. So the term is the coffee. For example, I wanna have a limited number of coffees and with all different descriptions. For example, I wanna have it decaffeinated. I want to have one with vanilla. I want to have one with 2 spoons of sugar. Anything you want. So you can add here for another description for, let's say, DD sugars. Sorry, 2 spoons of sugar. You can also add the DD of vanilla, and that's it. So let's make sure to know that the DL is the same as the data list we explained before, but just know that this is a data term and sorry, description term if you want, and this is a description list description. So that's it. All right, let me make sure if you have any questions in the comment section below. You can email me at any time, and please let's continue to the next level. Thank you so much. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So for this course, I told you that I'm going to explain each tag alone in a video. And I'm going to explain right now the doc type HTML. The doc type HTML is specifying the document type for HTML. For example, you can have it and you can't have it. It's not an obligatory tag, but it's really important to have it. It just explains to the browser that you need to open this page in the HTML markup language. That's it. Thank you so much. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. In this video we're going to use JavaScript. So we're going to move from HTML and use JavaScript. So that's JavaScript. And now we move to JavaScript, and we'll start with declaring a variable C and using a document.getElement by ID and naming the canvas, for example, my canvas, as we explained before, and closing it. That's it. So we define the variable, and we need to get the context for this variable. So let's define another variable here, which is the context or the content, whatever you want to name it. C, the variable above, dot get context. All right. So I'm telling him get the context, and this is 2D canvas only. It's not a 3D canvas, so make sure to define that. And give it a context dot move to. All right, so I don't want to move it, keep it as is 0 0. It's very important to define the move to here. All right, so if you want to move it, just keep it as is 0 0. If you want to move it, the x is the first number, so this is the x. Assume it's an x y axis graph. The x is the first number, so I can move it 1 pixel, 2 pixels, 3 pixels, unlimited pixels. And the y-axis is this one. All right, so this is the move to. The context dot line to 100 by 100, for example. Sorry, line 2. I want to give it a lining. All right, so I want to line it, let's say oblique. Let's go for 200 or 300 by 100. Now it goes oblique, and I want a stroke. All right, so I want to give it a stroke. So that's stroke, and that's it. So now we drew a rectangle, all right, having a line inside it. You can try it right now, and the line is visible with borders exactly, and it's 300 by 100. So it's going 300, 300. That's it. All right. So until it gets to the 0, it's going 300. 200, 100, 0. 300, 200, 100, 0. It keeps doing that in the canvas. Alright, so this is how we draw a line, and in the next video I'll show you more things we can do in JavaScript. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope to see you in the next one. If you have any questions, please in the comment section below. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to explain the DT tag. As I said, it's a description term, so you can use anything here. You can change it, for example, let's say pizza. Oh, pizza is good. So pizza, pepperoni, vegetarian, and which one? Let's go with the barbecue also. Barbecue. All right. So a pizza can have pepperoni, a vegetarian, and a barbecue. This is all its attributes. These are all its descriptions or details. Alright, if you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below. And thank you so much for watching. Email me if you have anything else, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.